Back in Greenwood, South Carolina, Rickson Lane with you. Good to have you join us for game two of this doubleheader between Lander and Lees-McRae. Well, it was a wild game one. Bearcats win it 4-3 in 10 innings. A walk-off error by the Bobcats allows Lander to escape. They improved to 7-0 on the year. And now we move to game two. So we'll go ahead and give you the starters first for Lees-McRae. Kara Cunningham, the designated player. Caitlin Ray is in right field. Kirsten Doss at shortstop. Noelle Cassidy catching. Sarah Tucker at third. Chelsea DeGregorio at second. Ashlyn Mills is at first. Alex Green in left. Sarah Beth Thomas in center. And pitching is Gabrielle Moyer. For the Lander Bearcats is Bree Sorrento be in the circle for this game two. As the second pitch popped up on the infield, Sorrento grabs it for out number one. And one pitch fouled off by Caitlin Ray. Bearcats going with Wooten in center, Grimes at second, Carey behind the plate, Sorrento pitching, McCormick in left, Vinson the DP, Sorrows at first, Benefield at short, Irvin at third, and Rogers in right. As Sorrento misses outside on the 0-2. Sorrento ran that one up and in. Ray holds back. So here's the 2-2 delivery. A hot shot back up the middle off the glove of Sorrento, and a one-out single for Caitlin Ray. Rounder to short, throw on to second for one. Unable to turn the double play, but there are two away. It's a nice turn up the middle by Benefield and Grimes. Grounder back to Sorrento. She'll throw on to first, and that'll end the top of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Casey Wooten opens up the bottom of the first inning with an infield single as Wooten went 0 for in game one. She's aboard here in the bottom of the first.
Number 21, Sydney Grimes.
Sydney Grimes will come to the plate now. Grimes shows bunt, pulls back on a ball outside. Wooten on the run to second, and she slides in safely. Stolen base number 10 for Casey Wooten. This is the 7th or 8th now game of the season. (2-0) down the middle for a strike. Infield in for Lees-McRae. The 2-1. This is up and away, 3-1. A 3-1 on the way to Grimes. Slap to the first baseman. Stepping on the bag is Robinson. One down as Wooten advances to third. And that'll bring up Chandler Carey, the catcher. So Carey will step in with a chance to drive in a run here. Wooten to third with one out. pitch inside, just missing. 2-1 count to Carey. Carey fouls that one back to the net. 2-2 now. As Carey turns on that one, lifts it, just foul down the left field line. That one nearly rolling to the plate. The count goes full 3-2 now. This is number 20, Gabrielle Moyer. Sophomore from Mooresville, North Carolina. That one right back up the middle, base knock, and an RBI for Chandler Carey, number 11 on the year. And Lander takes the lead 1-0.
Next up to the plate now, number 25, Greenwood.
So 1-0 lead for Lander. Now Bree Sorrento at the plate. 1 on and 1 out. First pitch to Sorrento downstairs, 1-0. There's a ball hit to center field and a run down in the gap. Nice play by Thomas. And there are 2 down in the inning.
Next up to the plate now, number 8, Haley McCormick.
Visited the circle with 2 outs in the inning, and we'll step aside for a moment. 1-0, Lander on top. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. So Cassidy Largan, pardon me, not Gabrielle Moyer, ready to face Kelly McCormick with 2 outs in the inning. Pitch is high, 1-1 count. A 1-0 lead for Lander here in the bottom of the first inning. McCormick, fly ball shallow center. Thomas off of her glove. Carey going to get all the way to third. And McCormick at the first with 2 outs in the inning. Lander keeps the inning alive.
Number 7, Ashley Benson.
And the ball thrown away as Cassidy has it get past the first baseman all the way down the right field line. Carey's going to come around to score. So Lander in front 2-0 as Vinson swings through a ball up high. 0-2 count on Vinson. As that one way high, nice snag by Cassidy. Grounder off the end of the bat. DiGregorio over to first, and the inning is over. But not before the Bearcats put 2 on the board. It's 2-0 as we move to the second. Lander on top. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
As we move to the top of the second, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. Score is 1-2. Lees-McRae 0. Fans, remember to submit your best photo of today's game on the Blue Army app using the Fan Cam function. If you haven't already, be sure to download the Blue Army app for free on the Apple iTunes or Google Play stores. Your photo could be selected as the Fan Cam photo of the game, and you will receive 10 bonus points if you can cash in for rewards. The winner will be announced in the 5th inning.
A 1-0 count to open up the top of the second inning as Sorrento runs inside on Sarah Tucker, senior third baseman from Monroe, North Carolina. That one misses, and the count is 3-0 now to Tucker. And a 4-pitch walk to Tucker to open up the top of the second. Chelsea Gregorio to check in here. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the second, Lander leading 2-0. He shows bunt and drops one down to Sorrento. Throw to first in time as the runner advances. Katie Robinson will come to the plate with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Freshman from Clover, South Carolina, stepping in. Sorrento misses low. Big swing and a miss there from Robinson. Count even at 1-1. Fly ball to left field. And McCormick tracks it down. Second out of the inning recorded. Two out in the inning now for Alex Green, the senior from Little Mountain, South Carolina. First pitch missing from Sorrento. Sorrento on the season, making her fourth start. She's 2-0, an ERA of 4. She's allowed 9 runs on 21 hits, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts in 14 innings of work. Middle infield way in here, as are the corners for Lander. That one fouled. That one just missing outside. McCormick, Wooten, Rogers in the outfield, Irvin, Benefield, Grimes, Sorrow on the infield, and Carey behind the plate. Kyra Irvin over at third. She's making her first career start this afternoon. Sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia. The 3-2, swing and a miss, and Sorrento with a strikeout to end the Bobcats' second. We go to the bottom of the second inning, Lander leading 2-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Haley Sorrow leads off the bottom of the second inning for Lander here at Doug Spears Field. 2-0 Bearcats on top of the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Sorrow taking the first pitch down low from Cassidy Largan, the freshman from Stewart, Virginia. Largan, fourth start of the season. She's 0-3 with a 6.07 ERA. Has allowed 23 hits now, 18 runs in 16 innings of work. 9 walks and 10 strikeouts on the year. Sorrow's line drive snagged at shortstop by Doss, 1 down.
Here we go, number 14, next up, Chase Benefield.
Sorrow retired, and that brings up Jace Benefield. First pitch strike, 0-1. Waves at that one and quickly behind in the count now 0-2. Swing and a miss as Benefield chases that one. 2 down in the inning now. As Kyra Irvin will come to the plate. Irvin, sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia. Watches that ball down low. Strike on the outside corner. Another strike on the outer edge. Swings and misses late at the pitch outside, and the strikeout from Largan will end the inning. We're through 2 in Greenwood, 2-0 Lander on top. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
As we move to the top of the third, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, and no one left on base. Score is still Lander 2, Lees-McRae 0. Please be sure to stop by Bearcat Concessions where you'll find refreshing Coke products, popcorn, and assortment of candy. Pairwise supplies last. Also, do you need some Bearcat gear? Find t-shirts, sweatshirts, hairwear, and more at the team sales counter located across from the concession. It's game day every day at the Bearcat shop.
Sarah Beth Thomas leading off the top of the third inning for Lees-McRae. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Lander, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Bobcats. As that one bunted off the plate, foul. 0-2 count. Sorrento working with a 2-0 lead. Lander put up a 2-spot in the first inning of our first game. Eventually wound up winning in 10 innings. That pitch misses outside. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed as Thomas down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the third. So Kara Cunningham will step in. 1 out in the inning. Lander up 2-0. This first pitch misses outside. The 1-0 downstairs, 2-0 count. That first game that we played this afternoon, the longest game for the Bearcats since April of 2015. As there's a ball lifted to shallow center, Wooten runs it down for the second out of the inning. Bearcats played a 10-inning contest in their final game of the 2015 season. They fell 6-5 to Francis Marion. So 2 outs for Caitlin Ray, the right fielder. Sorrento winds and deals. Hot shot foul down the first base line. Just about 5 minutes away from Bearcat basketball getting underway in Aiken, South Carolina, as the women play at 5:30, the men play at 7:30, looking to spoil homecoming festivities for USC Aiken. Two-one pitch, grounded to third. Irvin scoops it up, throw to first, and down go the Bobcats in order, 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third. Lander leading 2-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Casey Wooten up to bat in the bottom of the third inning as Lander leading Lees-McRae 2-0 as the Bearcats have the top of the order at the plate here in inning number 3. Lander 7-0 on the year. Lees-McRae currently 1-6. The ball outside, 2-1 now. Wooten turns on that one high and inside. The count goes to 2-2 now. Grimes' average took a hit at that 0 for 4 game in our first contest today, down to 478 as she swings and misses there for the strikeout. First out of the bottom of the third. So one down for Sydney Grimes. Grimes 0 for 1 in this one. Shows bunt and takes a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch up and away. Grimes, a sophomore from Houston, Georgia. Waits the 1-1. Swings and fouls it down the first base line. 1-2 now. One, 2 count to Grimes. A 1-2 pitch. Grimes fouls it off her ankle. One-two count, 1 out, nobody on here in the third. The 1-2 offering. Swung and tipped into the mid for strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Largan. And there's 2 out in the inning now for Chandler Carey. Carey 1 for 1 today. Drove the ball back up the middle for an RBI single in the first inning. There's a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1 is high. Count is 1-1 now. 11 RBIs on the season for Carey, a team high, as she swings through that pitch, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Now we're missing upstairs. Count even at 2-2. Lander leading this one 2-0 in the third. High and outside. The count runs full. The 3-2 pitch. Inside of the knees and carries aboard for the second time this afternoon. Bree Sorrento will step to the plate. She lined out to center field back in the first inning. Runner on first and 2 outs for the Bearcat pitcher. She takes a strike on the inner half. High and tight. One to Sorrento. Swung on and lifted to right center field. Ray on the run and makes a leaping grab to retire the side. 2-0 Bearcats as we go to the fourth at Doug Spears Field. Lander on top of Lees-McRae. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
As we move to the top of the fourth, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base to the score. Lander 2 and Lees-McRae 0. Lander Athletics is proud to recognize the sponsors for its newest capital fundraiser does rise. Thanks to T.W. Boone, Tickler Jewelry, David Lindsay Clothing, and Swiss Stateside title sponsor Emmer Ink and Stitches. You can register at LanderBearcat.com or pick up a registration form at a ticket gate. Did you hear that?
Top of the fourth inning, a 2-0 lead for Lander. Bearcats going for the sweep of Lees-McRae here at Doug Spears Field. Brooks and Lane with you. Good to have you join us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. There's a grounder to Grimes at second. Eats it up and throws on to first to retire Kirsten Doss, the shortstop.
Next up, number 13, Noel Cassidy.
So one down in the fourth. As first pitch swinging from Cassidy, fielded by Benefield on to first in time as Benefield recovered nicely. And there's two down in the inning.
Next up to the plate now, number 9, Sarah Tucker.
So Sarah Tucker will step in. Nobody aboard and 2 out in the inning. Sorrento winds and fires, and that one fouled away. Off pitch, sent to center field. Wooten there easily, and the Bobcats go down in order. Top of the fourth. Nothing doing for Lees-McRae. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander up 2-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 2-0 Lander lead in the bottom of the fourth inning as Kelly McCormick will step to the plate and takes a ball around the shoe tops. 1-0 count. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Lander. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for Lees-McRae thus far. That one a strike on the inner half. A 2-run first inning for Lander has been the difference thus far. Off-speed pitch missing high. So a 3-1 count now to McCormick. That one laced off the glove of Tucker at third, and McCormick's aboard.
Next up to the plate now, number 7, Ashley Dennison.
So McCormick aboard, and Ashley Vinson will come to the plate now. Runner on the move as Vinson fouls that one out of play. Another hit and run and another ball fouled away. At USC Aiken, Lander leading 11-6 in the first quarter against the Pacers. So an 0-2 count to Vinson. Nobody on, or nobody out rather, as Vinson fans at a high fastball. Strikeout, the first out of the inning. McCormick back to first in time on the throwdown.
Next up to the plate now, number 29, Haley Sorrow.
So Haley Sorrow will step in. One on and one out in the bottom of the fourth. Hit and run. Foul ball popped towards the Lees-McRae dugout and into the Bobcat dugout. McCormick with the leadoff single here in the fourth inning. Stands at first with 1 away. And Sorrow hit on the hand. That'll put 2 Bearcats on and bring up Jace Benefield, the shortstop.
Next up to the plate now, number 14, Jace Benefield.
Lander trying to add to their 2-run advantage here in the fourth inning. Runners on the move, and both will slide in safely as the ball was dropped at third by Tucker. So McCormick and Sorrow both advance. And now 2 in scoring position with 1 out in the inning for Benefield. A 1-1 count. Benefield looks down to head coach Glenn Crawford for the signals. Crawford coaching third base for the Bearcats. Assistant Monica Shorter at first. The 1-1 popped back over the net out of play. One-two count with one out here in the fourth. Benefield gets under that one. Another pop-up behind the plate, looking to make the grab, and making the catch is Cassidy for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, and looks like Coach Crawford will bring on a pinch hitter. This is Jamie Pizell, the junior from Mooresville, North Carolina, now into the ball game. Pizell looking for her first hit of the year, appearing in her third game of the season. And a big spot here for the Bearcats, a chance to tack on to a 4-point lead. First offering, a strike on the outside edge to Pizell. 0-1 count. Pizell swings through that one and misses. The 0-2 to Pizell. Swung on and popped right side towards the Bobcat dugout. And catch bobbled and made by Robinson in foul territory. And Lander strands 2, but the Bearcats hold a 2-0 lead as they go to the 5th inning. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
As we move to the top of the 5th, 0 runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, and 2 left on base. With a score of Lander 2 and Lees-McRae 0.
A 2-0 lead for Lander in the top of the 5th inning here at Doug Spears Field. Rickson Lane with you. Glad to have you join us this afternoon for Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Chelsea DiGregorio, first pitch swinging, blooper, and a diving catch made by Kelly McCormick out in left field. McCormick on her horse, and she lays out for that one, and there's one down in the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Sorrento. And then Robinson fouls that one right off her helmet. Well, good to see she's okay. That face mask on the helmet. A good addition there, as that could have been dangerous. A fly ball to center field. And a can of corn for Casey Wooten. So 2 outs in the inning as the Bearcat infield comes in here to face Alex Green, the senior of Little Mountain, South Carolina. Swings and misses at that offering. One strike on the outside corner. With a 1-2 to Green. Lifted back to the net. Nobody on and 2 out in the top of the 5th inning. That one just missing low and inside. Two count, 2 outs in the inning. Swung on and missed. Ball outside, and Sorrento got Green to chase it. Nothing doing for the Bobcats in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander up 2-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Casey Wooten leads off for the Bearcats. The bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch bunted. Wooten gonna try to beat it out at first in time as the throw pulled the second baseman DiGregorio off the bag. So Wooten reaches, and now Grimes up to bat with nobody out and a runner on. Well, Wooten took a big lead off, and Cassidy throws it down to second. And then points at the bench. I wonder if Cassidy's been told to throw it down every time Wooten's on first. Wooten, top base stealer for Lander. As Grimes lays down a bunt. Nobody at first, and everyone's going to be safe. The threat of Wooten stealing second kept the middle infield in, and Grimes put down a nice bunt. There was no one covering the bag, and Landers got 2 runners on, nobody out, and the meat of the order up. Now 6 hits on the day for the Bearcats. Chandler Carey at the plate, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Also came around to score back in the first inning. Here's the 0-1. Missing inside, 1-1 count. Ball outside, letter high. 2-1 count now. Bearcats out hitting Lees-McRae 6-1 in this game. So that one runs inside of the knees, and the count is 3-1 now. 2 on and nobody out for Lander. And another ball inside allows a free pass for Carey.
Next up to the plate now, number 25, Bree Sorrento.
So Sorrento, the cleanup hitter and pitcher, will step to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out, and Lander leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch strike on the outside. Sorrento takes a big swing on the inside and is behind in the count now 0-2. The 0-2 fouled off the end of the bat, and Sorrento stays alive. Sorrento turns on that one and yanks it foul down the left field line. So we'll do it again, 0-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, Lander leading 2-0 and threatening here against the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Sorrento reaches out and fouls off another pitch. Get a bat being put together here by Sorrento. Down to the count 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Way outside, Sorrento watches it. The 1-2. Swung on and popped foul, and Tucker, the third baseman, will make the catch. First out of the inning recorded, and Kelly McCormick will come to the plate.
Next up to the plate now, number 8, Kelly McCormick.
McCormick is 2 for 2 today. Pitch is high and in, 1-0 to McCormick. flying away. And McCormick in a good spot here, a 2-0 count with bases loaded. Swings and gets under that one. Another pop up on the infield, and the infield fly rule in effect. And now 2 outs in the inning, and Ashley Vinson at the plate. Bearcats trying not to squander this bases loaded situation. Vinson looking for her first hit of the game. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The 0-1 offering. Run inside, 1-1. The 1-1. And Vincent swings and lifts that one to left field. Catch is dropped out in left field. 2 runs are home, and a 3rd run is home. A dropped fly ball, and a heartbreaker for Lees-McRae. That would have ended the inning. Instead, the base is clear, and Lander now leads it 5-0. A deep fly ball, but a ball that Green got to in plenty of time, and she just dropped it. An incredibly costly error as Lander plates 3 runs on the dropped fly ball by Vinson. And now Sorrow at the plate with 2 out, and the Bearcats up 5. Sorrow, fly ball right center. Thomas will run it down the alley, and the inning is over, but Lander gets 3 across thanks to the error, and they lead it 5-0 going into the 6th. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Fans, be sure to follow Lander Bearcat Athletics on all of their social media platforms, from score updates, game announcements, team information, and much more. Lander Athletics has you covered. You can follow the Bearcats on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and our athletics website at LanderBearcats.com. Go Bearcats! Leading off number 5, Sarah Thomas.
A 5-0 lead for Lander in the top of the 6th inning as there's a ball hit into shallow right center. Could be trouble, and it's going to drop in the Bermuda Triangle for a leadoff single. Sarah Beth Thomas reaches, just the 2nd hit of the evening for Lees-McRae. 1 on, nobody out in the top of the 6th. Pitch inside and low to Cunningham. So a 2-0 count to Cunningham. As there's a ball, diving stop made by Grimes. She'll throw onto first and get the runner. Well done by Sydney Grimes. From her side, makes the play. And there's one down in the inning. Runner moves on to second. Thomas in scoring position. As Caitlin Ray, sophomore from Summerfield, North Carolina, will come to the plate. First pitch high, 1-0. Down in Aiken, Lander leading the Pacers 28-23, a minute to go in the first half. There's a strike inside of the knees. That ball fouled off. The 2-2 low and outside, and the count is full. Full count, runner on second and 1 out. Lander leading at 5-0 in the top of the 6th. There's a ball sent to center field, but Wooten is there, and the runner has to hold 2 away. Kirsten Doss at the plate now.
That's up to the plate now, number 16, Kirsten Doss.
Doss tries to get the Bobcats on the board here in the 6th, fouls the first one off her foot. Strike on the outside. 0-2 count now. The 0-2. Missing off the plate. One-two delivery. Just missed high. That offering down low. The count is full. Runner on second, 2 outs. Bearcats up 5. Payoff pitch. Off the end of the bat, roller to Sorrento, on to first, And the Bobcats are retired in the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander leading 5-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
As we move to the bottom of the sixth, 0 runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, 1 left on base. With the score, Lander 5, Lees-McRae 0. Fans, it's that time again with the raffle tickets. This is our 4th drawing for Strikeout Cancer giveaway. If your number is called, please go to the Strikeout Cancer table to claim your Skinny's Hot Dog gift card. The winning number is 593. If that is your ticket number, guess what? You just won the Skinny's Hot Dog gift card. There's still time. We have one more drawing and for your chance to win and support for the South Regional Cancer Center. Stepping up to the plate now, number 14, Jace Benefield.
Lander leading Lees-McRae 5-0. The bottom of the 6th inning here in Greenwood. Rickson Lane with you. Glad to have you join us tonight. As Jace Benefield turns on the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line. A loud strike, 0-1 the count. Benefield, freshman from Graniteville, South Carolina. He's held down shortstop early in the season as she takes the ball high. The 1-1. That one smacked into right field, leadoff single for Benefield. It was a hard hit ball into right. And leadoff runner aboard for Kyra Irvin.
Next up to the plate now, number 4, Kyra Irvin.
Irvin 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Irvin shows bunt, takes a ball outside. Strike on the outside, evens the count up 1-1. Pitch low and away, 2-1. The 2-1 is low. Count is 3-1. 5-0 lead for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the 6th as Irvin pushes a bunt foul, and the count is full 3-2. Benefield stands at first after the leadoff single. slaps that one off the plate, foul. So a full count to Irvin. Runner on first, nobody out. Another foul ball. Good at bat here from Kyra Irvin in her first career start. And another foul ball as Irvin continues to battle here early. Another foul towards the Bearcat dugout. Irvin with a smile as she turns and looks back. Really making it difficult here on Largan. Bases one on for Lander here. And swings and misses. Benefield down to second on the steal. So Irvin strikes out after the lengthy battle, but Benefield moves into scoring position, and the Bearcats have the top of the order up. And now Wooten drops down a bunt right in front of the plate, and they're not going to get her. Oh, there's nothing the defense can do about that. And now Wooten going to go down to second. She slides in safely. Ball gets away. Run scores. Wooten on the way to third, and she'll get there as well. Wooten on a ball that went not 10 inches in front of the plate is going to wind up at third.
Next up to the plate now, number 21, Sydney Grimes.
So Grimes will step in. Grimes steps in with a runner on third and one out. That one nearly got her. High and tight, 1-0 count. Grimes going to lift that one into left field. That's down for an RBI, and the ball gets away, and Grimes on her way to second. Wooten comes home to score. RBI single for Grimes, and it's 7-0. And now the game-ending run is in scoring position for Lander. The Bearcats closing in on run ruling Lees-McRae here in the sixth. This is Chandler Carey. She takes a ball high, 1-0, 7-0 Lander lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Bearcats put up 5 runs over the last 2 innings as that ball's low and inside. Pitch misses. Three-0 count to Carey. There's a strike right down the middle. As Carey lines out into left field, that's down for a base hit. Runner will be held at third. The Bearcats will put runners on the corners after the single from Carey.
Next up to the plate now, number 25, Bree Sorrento.
So Bree Sorrento step in, runners to the corners, and one out. And she's hit. Bases are loaded. Bags loaded for Kelly McCormick. And one out here in the bottom of the sixth. One more run for Lander will do it. Looks like we'll have a substitution here for the Bearcats. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Lander, no runs, 2 hits, 4 errors for Lees-McRae. So Abby Harris will come on to run for Sorrento.
Pitch running on 12, Abby Harris. And now up to the bat, number 8, Kelly McCormick.
So McCormick will step in. A chance to end this ball game. 7-0 Lander as infield in, outfield coming in as well as McCormick takes a strike. That one a strike at the knees. The 0-2, McCormick lifts it out of play. Fouled off down the left field line. The 0-2, grounded foul down the third base line. The 0-2 pitch. McCormick lines it up the middle, and that'll do it. Bearcats run rule Lees-McRae 8-0 in 6 innings, and Lander moves to 8-0 on the season as they stay unbeaten here in 2018. Lees-McRae falls to 1-7 on the year. We'll step aside when we come back. Conversation with our player of the game, Lander. 2 wins over the Bobcats of Lees-McRae. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Today will be donated to the Self Regional Cancer Center here in Greenwood to support those battling cancer. Lander softball next home game is tomorrow, which is Sunday, February 18th at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. as they host Lapham. Thanks for attending today's game, and we will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Go Bearcats!
Back in Greenwood, South Carolina, Rickson Lane with you. The final score, Lander completes the sweep of Lees-McRae with an 8-0 win in Game 2, as we're joined now by our player of the day, and it was the starting pitcher who went the distance in a lengthy Game 1, Mackenzie Ferguson, the senior, out of Irwin, Tennessee. 10 innings, 15 strikeouts, both career highs, and Mackenzie, just take us through that game as you came out inning after inning after inning trying to finish it, knowing you had to hold off a very feisty Lees-McRae team.
It was definitely like a long game for sure, but I knew that in each inning my team had my back, and I just had to keep doing my part fighting on the mound to make sure that we got in without any more scores towards them so that we could fight our way back.
Where is the confidence level of this team at this point? 8-0, you've had some games like the second one where you kind of come out and you take control, and then you've had some games like the first one where it's a nail-biter all the way through. Where is the confidence of this team feeling like you guys are capable of winning any game you play in?
We honestly don't think about it like that too much. We look at it more of like it's this game, and we focus mainly on this game and putting ourselves through this game.
Bearcats got through 2 today against Lees-McRae. They'll go against Claflin tomorrow and try to improve on an 8-0 record, their best start in 18 years. That'll do it for us tonight from Greenwood. Your final score, Lander 4-3 and 8-0 winners over Lees-McRae. We'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon, 2-4 against the Claflin Panthers. For everybody here at Lander University, I'm Rickson Lane. Have a blessed evening, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon.